fast forward to to today. Do people still hold you to that incident?
Absolutely. But I can't control that. It's the greatest marketing strategy in the history of television. It goes from me having an altercation with another lead actor to becoming a homophobic monster.
Are you homophobic?
No, because if I were, just by that very scientific standard, I couldn't have played a gay Hindu man and get on the bus when it was not popular to do so. I did it because I love my brothers. I don't care who you're sleeping with. I'm a humanity. I'm all about a human and humanity. That doesn't stop me. I auditioned for alienated. You can't be a dancer in New York in the beginning of my career in 1986. If you're homophobic, you can't go out, get a sandwich.
Right.
You can't talk to anyone. When you look at the definition of what that is, you are afraid virtually of every potential human being on the face of the planet. I mean, it's a horrible term. I don't even know who came up with that. It makes absolutely no sense with me. But, hey, I can understand why it went that way, because at the time, the black community was already labeled as homophobic, even though, you had everybody knew the musical director is gay. So it was a very complex situation, and I created a situation where I was a perfect storm for me to be the
sacrificial lamb.
Yeah.
You became the poster child.
The poster child for an agenda which I actually support. I get it. I'm not glad it happened. I'm not glad I had to suffer under the ways that I did.
Yes.
But I'm glad people were now having a conversation, because everyone should be fighting for their civil liberties. My best friend that lived in my apartment and was dying for HIV, and I ended up taking care of his cat. He says, when I go, just take care of my cat. And I said, brother, don't worry about that. Eddie will be all right. And, you ever watch someone die, an African-American die, and, in our community, everybody has this good hair, bad hair. When you're watching someone who's in, full-blown AIDS, the hair gets very, very straight. So I used to tease him in the morning. I said, well, Louis, you finally got good hair, man. You know what I mean? You done lost a lot of weight.
But you got that good hair. That's all that matters.
Right.
How did you deal with totally being alienated? I'm sure it had to affect you, deeply.
Yeah, I lost everything. But
what happened to the Spike Lees and, the people
Nobody was there. Nobody wanted to touch me. It was gone. Everybody. You're splitting hairs here. You have to understand that it's very difficult to make a name for yourself as an African American in life, period. So once you're branded a negative or a villain, no matter what the scenario, no matter what the situation, Michael Vick, me, Wesley Snipes, it doesn't matter. They want you to be done anyway. They never really wanted you to have a seat at the table. So I decided, let me go back to the lab. I'm going to come back all right, but I'm going to come back stronger, smarter, wiser, and as a producer. So whatever brand that you wanted to turn that into, you now have to receive me as a producer and something that is dealing with humanity and love and compassion and empathy, which is who I am. So I decided to play a monster so I could start talking about the human being who's not a monster.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. I rode in on the Amtrak train yesterday with Spike.
No, really? Spike takes the train?
Yeah, he was promoting. I think he's promoting his film Old Boy.
The Kickstarter film?
Yeah, and he said he got the money. He was all hyped. It's just good to see Spike hyped.
Yes.
Again.
Yes.
Spike's been doing this a long time. He's like family. Spike is like, Mookie the cousin, you know what I mean? We love him, we mad at him, but when I saw him, it's like, that's my dude. He's a businessman.
Air Candy with Renada Romain on Hip Hop Nation.